Hey guys, and welcome back to a new episode of our Prison Architect Let's Play. Episode 3 today, and last time around we finished off our first cell block, actually built the foundations of our second, and kept increasing our prisoners and all that kind of stuff. So up to 28 prisoners now with 22 cell capacity. It's going to jump up to 50 quite soon once this cell block's finished. And yeah, everything else is going relatively well, so I'm pretty happy with how things are being done. So what we're going to do is bump up the speed and get things going again. So this area is built out properly, so that is good. So what we're going to do is extend our utilities along here. So we extend our large pipe along there. Then we're going to run our small water pipes through there. Then I think what we're going to do, just do like a little block through here again, like that. Then we're going to run one there into there. And then across down into there like that. There we go. I'm going to put down some electrical cables, so we extend that from there, and then we're just going to run it straight up the whole way to there. That should be enough to cover our entire cell block there. So there we go. So all that's done. I also need to put down some lights here as well. So you can actually see some of these rooms don't have lights, so it just makes it don't have as much visibility. So if there's sort of someone in here, and there's sort of why the lights are on, you actually see what's going on. So it makes it just a little bit better have lights in areas. So I don't have one in there. None in here either. So let's fix those up. Two here, our two solitary ones don't, and these ones at the back don't either. I'm actually going to put one down here, and I think I'm going to put probably a few down the hallway as well, just to make sure we've got like a little bit more visibility than what we've got at the moment. There we go. Not really sure if it makes an enormous difference, but that's what we're going to do. Cool, right, so workers are definitely coming along and building all that in, which is nice. And we'll sort of designate those as cells pretty soon. Everyone's in yard time, just chilling. Doesn't seem like they're doing a whole lot. Our prison is pretty clean at the moment, so we've got those cleaners and the gardeners as well, which is good. Going to jump into bureaucracy and see how we're going. So, dogs are being researched, intelligence is queued up, surveillance, we'll sort of jump into that a little bit later. Prison labour, may sort of get into that fairly soon as well. Legal, so we've been getting legal prep, legal defence, death row, permanent punishment, small cells, all that kind of stuff. So I feel those are a bit new actually in some of the builds. So I haven't played with a few of those, so it'll be quite interesting to see what they do. What's this one over here? Offshore tax haven, 50,000. Your accountant stretches the rules to breaking point and moves all your official accounts and business processes to a foreign country with highly preferential tax rates. Your effective corporation tax liability will drop to around 1%. You'll save a total of 3,000 taxes per 10,000 of daily profit. That's pretty cool. May sort of jump into that a bit later. I'm all for offshore tax havens when you can do it, when you're rich enough to do it anyway. Most of us, unfortunately, can't. But that's fine. Yeah, so things going pretty well. So I think we can queue up another grant. So is there anything that we sort of want? I'm thinking visitation. Visitation can be a little bit tricky to set up, though. Thinking what we may do. I'm not really sure. May actually get rid of the holding cell. I think I'm going to turn that into a reception area, because then it's where they get designated their clothes or issued their clothes and things like that. So I think sort of just a small reception area there. I may sort of actually turn this into one big one, have a reception area and maybe something like visitation next to it. Just sort of quite central and close in. It means that like families and stuff have to sort of come right in the prison. Sometimes I like to sort of designate separate sort of like runways, and they sort of just have to come through staff doors from the outside. And then they sort of go back through staff doors. But I suppose it's not really a problem. You can always change the layout, like we said, our layout of our prison is probably going to change pretty substantially over the course of the game, so won't worry too much about that. So how's everything going with our utilities? So slowly getting set up, which is fine. Let's get our stuff there. These are all, yeah, they're all being built in, which is awesome. You got lights in here, so you actually see now they've got a guardian here. You've actually seen all the cells. There's two down there that I missed, so there we go. We have light in there, and solitary as well. So yeah, so it just makes it a little bit more lit, and we actually sort of see what's going on a little bit more. Probably going to start putting down some outside lights as well. Might do that a little bit later. You might actually see these hollow little squares. They're actually pathways that are sort of lined down. In the planning, I'm actually going to get rid of them. I'll sort of just lay those down out later, sort of to help myself visualize it all and how it's going to work and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I think we're doing pretty well. I don't think we've had any major problems. I think there's probably going to be a fair bit of contraband and stuff that we can deal with, but we sort of do that a little bit later. And yeah, definitely going to change our regime. I think probably getting a little bit too much sleep. So actually had someone in here who's actually destroying stuff. So grab our guards if we can There we go, grab our guard. Come in here into this guy in there. So it's the same dude that's been causing us problems. So what on earth is this guy's problem? Served 3.1 years for writing, 7 years pleaded guilty. Hasn't got a reputation, experience. He spent a lot of the time in lockdown. I suppose most of his moods been okay. Destruction, intact scarf. Bastard. Punishment, reform, security, health, estimated reoffending 67%. Interesting. This guy's definitely caused us a few problems. I think it's the second time we've actually had to fight him. So he'll get brought over to the infirmary and sorted out. So it's not too bad. Nothing too much to worry about. Does happen every now and again, and we'll get this stuff fixed up and get the toilet repaired and all the water and stuff cleared up. So that's really good. Actually, I probably may actually sort of, when do they go into sleep? Till 11 PM. We probably don't need that much sleep actually. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Cancel that. There we go. Free time. Might just give them 12 until 6 or 12 until 7 actually. Because a lot of them actually don't go to sleep until after 12 anyway, so they're sort of just hanging out in their cells not doing anything. May as well give them free time until then, and then they can actually do what they want. Maybe I'm being a bit lenient with them though, so maybe I should be more hard on them, or harder on them. You're stuck. Look at, they're both stuck. What on earth are these guys doing? There we go, that's better. It's a bit weird, bit of a glitch, that's fine. Yeah, so this is being built in slowly. Yeah, still got our electricity and stuff to come in there. It's taking a fair while to sort of come in, but that's to be expected. We're actually going to start laying down some of our stuff though. So put down drains there, put down some shower heads, put down there, and there, and then along there, and there, and through there like that, and that'll do, I think. Yep, all good. Cool, so that's done. So most of this is nearly finished, which is fantastic. So all the pipes and stuff are nearly in, so it means we actually get these set up really, really quickly. So we are just going to lay all these out now. So there we go. So we have toilet there, there. All the cells treated there. They're facing the wrong way out there. Don't think it probably really matters. It may do though. So just sort those out there. There we go. Cool. And now put it on all the beds. Get those done. More prisoners arriving quite soon. I won't actually just leave the intake at 6. It's actually over our intake anyway. It's going to take a little while to get these set up properly, so I won't worry about those yet. We'll probably take a really big intake in the one after this one, so tomorrow basically. Day 7, we'll take a big one in, so basically probably fill up our prison. Then we'll really see how we're going, see if we've got any problems. Lots of stuff in here, all the toilets and beds and all that kind of stuff. 6 prisoners coming in, so I'm going to check out this area, see if we sort of fixed it by designating this area as staff only. I think they're still going to probably come through here, aren't they? Yeah, they are. I suppose not that it really matters all that much, it's just a bit of a waste. Because no one's using the essential area. Anyway, that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll sort it out later. Sort out something a little bit better later on. So how's our needs looking, guys? How are we going with everything? Where are we? There we are. Needs. Food, exercise, family, recreation. So family does get dealt with a little bit by phones. Clothing, drugs, alcohol, spirituality, literacy. So no big problems, which is quite good. So everything's going relatively well. Once these are set up, I'm actually going to get rid of these. I'm not going to have a holding cell to start. I think I may actually sort of just get rid of it. See how we go. Probably need another capacitor soon, so I'm actually going to set that up as well. Put one down, just make sure we don't want to run out of power. Although it gets worse when you've got stuff like CCTV and automatic doors and contraband metal detectors and things like that set up. If you run out of power, it can be disastrous. So prisoners can absolutely run riot. I suppose running out of power as well. If you actually got a death row like an electric chair set up, that could be a bit of a bummer. Power goes out just before someone's supposed to be executed. Yeah, wouldn't be good. I suppose it's good for them though, isn't it? But we're not going to get into the death penalty debate on here. Everyone's got their opinions, and that's fine. Everyone is entitled to their opinion about what should or shouldn't happen. So, cells getting set up relatively quickly, which is good. So actually, I'll jump in and designate all these areas as cells properly. This means our prisoners can start getting in and using them. So there we go. All our cells. Now I've got 30 cells, which is good. So we should have up to 50. So I'm actually going to designate. So we need another, what, 14, aren't we? 16. I can count. So jump in here into our intake and actually bump this up to 16. There we go. After that, probably going to turn it off for a little bit until we actually sort of build maybe another cell block. I'm not really sure. We'll see. We'll see, guys. This dude's getting contraband, so you're going to be searched. There we go. Silly, and so are you. Sorry, we got caught you. Oh, we had a fight. Someone died. Oh my god. Just 2 people died. Oh, Christ almighty. Oh, there we go. There's a Polaroid of it. How lovely. And people getting contraband. Oh my god. It's all going to hell, guys. Just going to hell in a handbasket really quickly. So these 2 people got caught. So this guy got caught with contraband. This guy will as well, I suspect. Yeah, he did. With a lighter. So they're both going into solitary. 7 awaiting solitary. I've only got 2 cells. So that's a bit of a problem. May need to build. Might even set up like a solitary block. Just a block for solitary. Make it like really dark and depressing and horrible. Ambulance coming in, or the hearse. Oh, that's not good. People dying in our prison. We don't want people dying in our prison. We need some more guards as well. I'm going to put down a few more guards. Maybe just grab another 2 more. There we go, 10. Put down a fair few. There we go. Just make sure we've got lots of people going. Didn't even see what happened there. Didn't even know. So 2 people died. Oh my god, snitch. Are they snitches, were they? Character, snitch. Prisoner is known as an informant. Don't leave him alone. Oh, didn't even know that. Because actually, I didn't even know. There must be something new in the game. Because I know you can set up snitches like you can actually set them up yourself, like informants, and actually see what's going on in cells and stuff. But I didn't know that sort of automatically happened. So that's why you're not supposed to leave them on their own. Ex-law enforcement as well. Oh my god, it's terrible. The snitch and ex-law enforcement. Poor dude. Didn't really stand much of a chance, did he? Should we actually have a look through some of these dudes, see if there's any other snitches they may need to... I suppose we can't really do a whole lot about it though, can we, at the moment? We haven't really got the facilities to look after protective people or protective custody people yet. Oh, dearie me. Dearie. At least we're getting our cells set up pretty well, so almost done. There's only a few more to go. I have 50 set up, which will be awesome. Awesome. Okay, I'll finish our grant, so another 20 grand, which will be nice. Almost used out a fair chunk of our money, which is fine. Waiting for this to go in. It's all good. So I think everything's going really... Oh, I shouldn't say that. Actually, we just had 2 people die, didn't we? Alright, intelligence. Show the sources of contraband or recently recovered contraband in your prison. Also shows your confidential informants. There we go, confidential informants. I knew you could set those up. So I haven't actually seen anything too much at the moment, although it does show you sort of where you can actually get things from. So actually, obviously we get heaps of stuff over here from the officers and staff room, and obviously the kitchen and storage and all that kind of stuff. So we don't really see too much at the moment. We actually set up gangs as well. So actually I haven't had any really experience with gangs. This will be quite interesting. So guards 1, soldiers 0, 0. Interesting. Not even really quite sure how they work. So you have no CIs on record. So there we go. Tough, fearless, skilled fighter. Interesting. So I don't have a huge experience with this kind of stuff, guys. It's going to be quite fun to sort of work out how it all works and all that kind of stuff. It'll be good. So there we go. We've got our almost. There we go. Our cells set up. So we've actually got 50 cells and finished our other cell block B. So there we go. So that's pretty good. So I'm actually going to jump into deployment in here and actually designate this as... Actually just take off all of this. Oops, didn't want to do that. There we go. Unlocked. There we go, that's what we wanted. That's better. Cool, so they're all set up quite well. So actually jump into deployment and put down a guard in this area to make sure there's at least 1 patrolling around. I think we're probably going to need to put down some more lights as well. It looks a little bit dark in there. Yeah, it does. Alright, so what we're going to do is start putting down some lights. Objects, lights. So we've got one outside the cell. I'll actually put one back in the cell there. There we go. That should be good. Put some around the corridors and stuff as well. There we go. All the lights. Make sure it's all lit up and we see what's happening. So it should be good. Yeah. So we get another. Oh, I've only got. Supposing bump up our intake until 18 now. Since we had 2 people die. It's terrible. 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 Don't want people dying in prison. Get a bad rap for that. 2 staff members resting, 1 in solitary, 3 are waiting, 16 families waiting, 2 prisoners up for parole, so we can probably set up parole as well quite soon. So I've got a fair bit of money, so I should probably jump into a few different things. So what do we need to set up parole? Is it legal? It must be legal, mustn't it? Yeah, it must be legal. Maybe we don't. Maybe just set up parole automatically. Death row, small cells, yeah. Alright, must just be something set up now. So we jump into rooms. Oh, yeah, parole room and reception as well. Cool. Alright, well I think we're actually gonna get rid of all these rooms here. I think we're gonna build a bigger yard. So I actually think what we're gonna do is actually extend our prison out, or our fence out. So what we're gonna do is actually probably extend it down like this, down to the edge there, and along to there like that. Go to that building, and then we can sort of start filling in this area a little bit better. I think what we're going to do is actually get rid of both of these things. We don't need this shower anymore. We don't really need the holding cell either. So I'm actually going to probably think we're going to get rid of this. So I'm just going to bulldoze all of this. There we go. Get rid of all of it. And then we can... There we go. Yeah, and then we can start building some proper stuff in here. I think we're going to probably move the yard. I think we may move the yard over here somewhere, and then we can actually sort of build a proper area in here. So may sort of put 3 separate areas in here. Maybe we probably can fit in like a reception area, a parole hearing in here as well, so it's nice and close to the entrance. What else can we put in there? Maybe a chapel, and maybe even probably not a common room. It's probably not going to be quite big enough for a common room. I suppose you probably fit a common room over here, couldn't we? So we sort of built one. Yeah, probably do that, couldn't we? Alright, we'll see how we go. See what happens. So where's our workers gone? Staff, 8 workmen. Where on earth are they? Oh, they're over here, aren't they? Building the fence you told them to build. Of course, that's what they're doing. Looks like all that's built. Awesome. So I'm actually going to get rid of these internal ones now. Get rid of all those. It should be good. So we can actually start using this area, and then all this is starting to be demolished as well, which is fantastic. So sort out all that really quickly. Prisoners arriving. So we start putting down some more stuff through here as well, I think. I think what we're going to do is actually dismantle this and actually move it and put some more cookers along this way. So it's been dismounted. So what we're going to do is put down, it doesn't really fit there though, doesn't it? Actually, no, we're just going to leave that there, that's my mistake. So what we're going to do is actually do this. Like that, then we're going to have a sink there. And then another one there, I think. And put down another fridge. Never tell which is the right way for fridges. I think these ones are actually probably around the wrong way, aren't they? It looks like the PowerPoint things at the back. Yeah, it does. It doesn't really matter. I think they still work. So maybe we should get rid of them. No, not that fridge. There we go. So put them around the right way. It's a bit of a pain that you sort of can't pick something up and sort of just move it, like switch it around. Sort of going to dismantle it and then get rid of it, or you then like put another one down. So it's fine. We can deal with that. New prisoners coming in 50 minutes, which is awesome. Shower. Why on earth you're coming through into that shower? Shouldn't you just be used? Oh, we haven't designated there's a shower room. Ugh. That would be why. There we go. It's a shower room. So now they don't all need to come into the one shower. Which will be better. Alright, so those two have been dismantled, so we can put them around the right way. I think this is the right way there. Looks like the right way to me. There we go. So we go, got some more cookers and that kind of stuff, and some fridges and more capacity and sinks. So we need to put down some small pipes. Just run that one into there like that. And everything else should be going pretty well. down some more tables as well, tables and benches. Make sure we got lots of capacity. So put that one down there and there, there and there, and then benches either side as well. There we go. That should be enough for now. Maybe put down another serving table. I'm not really sure if it gets used. I'm not really sure if the cooks use more than one serving table, but oh, it can't hurt for now. Alright, so there we go. All of our prisoners, I was going to say refugees. Oh, that's terrible. All of our prisoners are coming in, and I'm actually going to turn off intake at the moment, so just to make sure that we don't sort of overextend ourselves too much. We did queue this up to be taken, didn't we? So you just came and grabbed some stuff, so I'm going to search you. I'm also going to search you. Definitely going to need a big lockdown soon though, so notebook page. Contraband ideas. Oh, that's quite interesting. I haven't seen this before. Guard policy. Complaining. Okay. Interesting, that's quite cool. I quite like that. It's quite interesting. So a little bit different, isn't it? A bit of like flavour, page 63. Idea for crafting. Cool. Oh, it's actually like a book that you actually sort of get collected. Interesting. Quite cool. Extras. Names in the game. Game Bible. Polaroids, prison sharing mods, escape mode. Escape mode sounds a little bit interesting. I'm not really sure if it's going to I'm not really sure if it's sort of going to be a long-term thing, but I think sort of for something a little bit different could be quite interesting. So escape mode, if anyone doesn't know, is actually like playing as a prisoner. So you actually sort of control a prisoner, and you sort of run around and try and escape and contraband and gangs and all that kind of stuff. So it could be a little bit different, something a bit interesting. What are you doing? The warden, incoming call. Water pipe has burst, is flooding the area. Fix it before the damage becomes too severe. Rightio, where is the water pipe and how on earth do we fix it? So it looks like it's burst there, so we need to put in a large pipe there, I think, by the looks of it. I don't really think you actually prioritize anything though, which is a bit of a problem. So I'm not really sure how we're supposed to make it better. Can we sort of actually assemble something over here? No, job queued, right? I don't know how to do that, so I don't think you really can as far as I know. So hopefully they can come in and fix that quickly, otherwise it floods before it floods everything. And this guy's actually coming over to do it now, so quite a bit of water. Hopefully this fixes it pretty quickly. There we go, so that should have fixed it now. So hopefully the water, there we go, the water's starting to go. So that is good. Alrighty, so what are we going to do? I think I'm going to set up a proper bigger yard. Where are we going to put it? I think maybe here somewhere, because then we can sort of put another cell block over here. Sort of makes a little bit more sense to me. Alright, might do that. Maybe we should have it here instead. Maybe I should put it over here. Just thinking. Don't really know why I think that, but that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do, we're going to put down some brick walls. So we have quite a bigger yard than what we have before. Like I said, you don't actually need yards to be internal or closed off or anything like that, so, but I think we're just going to have one there just for the fun of it. So, materials, put down some grass, make it look a bit better. There we go. And once that's done, we'll actually get rid of this one. And we can actually build out our new area in here. Definitely going to have reception, definitely going to have parole, definitely going to have, what else? Probably a chapel as well. And that usually helps quite a bit, so we'll look at that a bit later. Once this one gets set up properly. Which I did line up, yeah I did, cool. Oh good. Everyone's eating, looks like they all got fed properly, so that's fantastic. So I had definitely enough cooks and all that kind of stuff. Now we're going into the yard, the tiny little yard, so yeah we definitely need a bigger one, don't we? So you can sort of incorporate yards into these, into your cell blocks, so maybe something we'll look at a little bit later once we sort of build some bigger cell blocks. You just actually grab something, didn't you, as well? Just search you. Search. Deaths. Oh, we got another death. Oh my god. Exactly. He's a snitch. And 3 mobile phones this dude had. Alright. We're having a big problem with snitches, guys. So obviously this is a sort of a new aspect of the game that I haven't come across a whole lot before. So I didn't actually know, like I said before, I didn't actually know you could have snitches without sort of you setting them up by yourself. So definitely need some more capacitors over here. So you set up 3 more, just make sure we've got heaps of capacity there. Yard is coming in, so actually let's set this to open. I generally like having like these, like I was saying, you don't actually have to have it sort of blocked in like this, but I generally like having the option to close off areas with doors if you sort of something goes really wrong, like if you have a big riot or something. So that's generally why I do that. So where's our yard? Yard. There we are, yard. Set up our new yard there, so that's done. I'm actually gonna get rid of this one now, so we're gonna actually demolish it around the dead person. Sorry, dude. Demolish all of that and clear indoor area. Can't get rid of that. So what can we objects? Can we sell these? Might as well sell these. It doesn't like we can. It's a bit of a pain. What about dismantle? Alright, how do we get rid of these? There we go, that's better. Cool, that's better. And we're going to set up some new stuff in our yard over here. So what are we going to put down? Put down some phone booths as well. Phone booths seem to be probably the most popular thing. So set down a whole big bunch of those like this. And we're going to put down some more weights benches. What else do we need? I don't think we're going to probably put anything else in there. Yeah, that should be good. Then we're going to start putting down some metal detectors and stuff soon as well. So I'm going to look at that a little bit later. Food's definitely feeding all our prisoners, which is really good. So ingredients in there, which is fine. How's all our needs going? So okay, definitely some of these are starting to come up a little bit. So this has been taken out. So rooms actually de-designate, can we undesignate? There we go. So actually going to fix that one up there. So what we're going to do now is actually put down, I think what we're going to do is something like, can we do it there? No, we don't really want to do that. What about, thinking like that actually. So they can come up the little side bit there and they get accessed around to the back as well. Alright, we're going to set up that. We're also going to set one up here. Maybe we should sort of have that as like a chapel or something. We're going to have a common room here. Maybe we shouldn't have, I don't know. We'll sort it out once it's done anyway. So what we're going to do is put in some objects. I think we have large dale doors again. I'm not really sure they're all going to be used all that much. We're actually going to put one in here for the moment, and then we'll sort of sort that out a little bit later. So maybe just do there as well. We can always change that around if we need to. Cool. So our yard is coming up pretty nicely, which is good. Everyone's in their cells. No major problems. Definitely need to get parole and all that kind of stuff up and running. So 6 prisoners up for parole. 23 families as well. Wow. A lot of families coming in to visit. 2 in solitary. So we need some more solitary rooms as well. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to get this area set up, and hopefully it won't take too long. And then what we're going to do is hire a few more guards and actually have a big shakedown. And actually go through the cell blocks. And so what shakedown, in case you don't know, is basically everyone gets confined to their cells and the guards come in and search every cell. So they search the bed and the toilet and all that kind of stuff and look for contraband. So I suspect we're actually going to get an enormous amount of contraband initially, given that we sort of haven't done it and the game's been running for quite a while. So it's day 8 already. So I suspect that's what's going to happen there, but we'll see what happens soon. So this area is building in nicely, which is awesome. What else can we do? Can we start researching stuff? Do we need anything? We don't really need any of this stuff though. Like, we're definitely going to need it later on, but for the moment, I'm actually going to jump into prison labour, get that set up, and also education. Just give us the options of having those done. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're definitely going to put in a reception. That's going to be the first thing. It only needs to be really small though. So I think what we do is something like this. Just have a 6x6 reception there. Then for our parole, I think we're going to have our parole. That's only going to be like quite a small room as well, I think. I'm not sure if you can have multiple paroles going on at once. I suppose you can. Alright, we're going to set up this like this. And we have 2 parole areas like this. So what we're going to do is jump in here and set up internal walls like this. And then through there like that. So that's our reception. That's our parole. Jump into our objects and just put down doors. So it means that everyone can get in. Given there won't be sort of anything in these rooms that really needs to be, you know, special, or they shouldn't be able to steal anything from here, so that's probably something to consider. And then we think we may actually make like just a big reception room in here, or visitation room in there. And then we're going to set this up as a chapel in there. I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's the plan, guys. So we're going to do utilities. Just need to run electrical cable up through there. May as well just, oh, that's good. All good. Alrighty, so looks like we need an electrical cable through here. So let me just extend that one up there like that. There we go. Alright, reception rooms needs an office desk, a table, and a chair. So need an office desk. Gonna put one there. A table, and we're gonna put that one there, and just a chair there. There we go. Cool. Should be good. I think we're going to put in a cut in the episode here quite shortly, guys. Up to 30 and a half, nearly 31 minutes. That's been pretty good. So I think everything's going pretty well. We've had too many deaths for my liking. I think we've had, what, 4 or 5 now, which is not great, but stuff happens. Especially as my first playthrough for quite some time, so definitely have to keep an eye on those snitches. May actually sort of run through and have a look at some of our prisoners, see if there's any more, and see if we can actually do something about it. Not really quite sure what we can do about it. We may sort of do something. So what we can do quite quickly just before we finish is visitation. Set this up as a visitation room there. So what we need is indoors and a visitor table. So we're going to chuck down a bunch of visitor tables. So what do we do? Put one there, 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 there. There's heaps of visitor tables, so I definitely probably won't need anywhere near as much as that. And a parole, so we just need a visitor table. So I'm going to actually set up 2 in here. I'm not sure if you actually sort of have 2 used at once, but we're going to try it. So we have one there and one there. There we go. So it means that we can technically have 2 parole things happening at once. So we'll see if that happens, or whether we actually need to set up sort of separate parole rooms. Like you sort of need to have 2. Yeah, but for now that's okay. So here's our prisoners, and they sort of get let in. Everyone's coming into visitation, which is awesome. So they get let in, which is nice. 18 visitors on site in 8 groups. What we are going to do now, actually, just before we finish, is put down metal detectors right out here. There we go. Because visitation, it gets quite a bit of contraband and stuff coming through there, so that's what we're going to do with that one. Prisoners coming in, get visiting and all that kind of stuff. Alright guys, we're going to put a pause in the video here, 32.5 minutes. So hope you've enjoyed this episode and hope you're enjoying this series. And yeah, as always, it would be absolutely amazing if you could subscribe to the channel and like the video. And that would be fantastic. So every little bit helps to get the word out there and all that kind of stuff. So that would be absolutely fantastic. So hope you've all had a wonderful day, and I'll see you all for the next episode.